This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago. Came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Denver Broncos.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here. In this first quarter. On first and 10, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, Park, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
He's checking crowd. Check 26, check 26. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 42. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
3rd and inches.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. That's complete. Okue Bunam. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Okue Bunam.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
The tackle made.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
4 yards picked up on the play. 1st down, Denver.
Clock now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Hey, 0.
To throw again, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Wilson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 4. Told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
A 3-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down. Blocked. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
A gain of 11 on
his first catch of the game. Good for 11 and a 1st down. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And it brings up third down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will extend their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
9-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Check pass. Check pass.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Quick right, quick right. Line 36. We got it, we got it. Watch 36. 36 to my.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. And he is into the end zone. Now McManus for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Seahawks nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
It's Gordon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Block off of play action. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Locke, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Locke now on 3rd and goal. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Duke Dawson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. So don't say nothing.
Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there. First down.
First down, Denver.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and Spencer will elect to not bring it out here.